We're running some errands in Merced today. And I've decided to bring you along for at least some of these errands. So, maybe a little spotty in the connectivity at the moment. We're still some miles from Merced, so I don't probably have a shit ton of bars here. But the quality of the broadcast should get better as I get closer to Merced. Hi, Cone Man. First stop is going to be the bank. Then I think I want to get some lunch. Then I got to go to the weed store. And if I really get a bee in my bonnet, maybe I'll swing by the old Home Depot as well. Pick up some more manure. It's actually a manure compost blend, steer manure blend it's called. So, we've got things in the works right now are going down, and some of them are on a bit of a tight schedule, such as I gotta get this sanding done at the other house ASAP, and then I need to get the bed dug for the plantings this year. I got the first part of the bed dug, and I got 7 little seeds in there. But this year's seeds, the ones that we ordered from the internet, should arrive any day now, and I'll start a second batch accordingly, when they do. But I just made a nice video about the different ways, mostly about the different ways in which ENFP and ENTP understand philosophy and the world. Just having had some observations from hanging out with our neighbor Kay last night. Some observations about how she interpreted what Nietzsche was doing, which is she saw him as correctly and successfully representing something universal about the human experience, but not something universal that you really want to spend a lot of time in. Whereas I see him as not philosophy at all, basically, because it's just a bunch of metaphor and him universalizing without any warrant his own experience into laws that make him feel better or something. I don't know. So, I think, as I was saying in that video, you can split the difference. Well, you can split the difference in a couple of ways. You can split the difference because it's basically Nietzsche's NI instead of anything TI, and accordingly, in my mind, not explaining anything, and therefore not really representing philosophy. But you've got an example of somebody who is representing philosophy but is totally wrong, like Peter Singer. He's basically attempting to justify and explain something but failing utterly. And you got somebody who's correct but not explaining things, like Jung, who's got an NI holistic understanding of cognitive functions and a little bit of an explanation of it, enough to get the notion across, but he's not equipped to do a real explanation of things because he's not a TI user up top. So it's like you and Nietzsche are either of them philosophy. In my mind, not really. One of them's worthless, Nietzsche, and the other one has great value. Are Peter Singer and Kant both philosophy? Yes, in my mind. One of them's terrible. Peter Singer does a terrible job, and Kant does a fabulous job. Given the time when he did it. I'm not saying he got everything right. I'm just saying he did the job that philosophy is supposed to do. It's supposed to explain things. And it's supposed to explain things against a metric that other people can use to falsify it or not, right? You can't just make holistic claims and accordingly do the work of explaining. I am starving, but I'm going to go to the bank first. Oh, shit. I have to get directions to the bank. Well, you'll just have to be momentarily disconnected while I ask the phone for directions to Wells Fargo Bank. But I can wait till I get a little closer to Merced anyway. I can't really read the chat right now for obvious reasons, but I'll take a glance at it when I get to the stop sign up here. It's a beautiful spring day, and maybe it'd be better if you get to look at the day instead of me. This place there, somebody's big house, but coming up, I was up a little further. Coming up ahead here is this like big fruit tourist thing, but it's Monday in March, so we're not getting a lot of tourist action here at, what's this place called again? Where is it? It's coming up soon. I think. Maybe we passed it. I don't know. There's some big fruit thing over here. Maybe I already passed it. Because as you can see, this is an agricultural area. They grow a lot of different food stuffs here. And like there's a strawberry stand, but it's not open right now. If you look over here, you're going to see coming up on your right, these are bees. Those white boxes, they have bees in them. And the bees go and eat the flowers, you know. They eat the nectar, or the pollen, and fertilize the trees. So that's kind of cool. See the bee boxes. If you look at them close, oh, here it is. We hadn't passed it yet. It's called the Merced Fruit Barn. But as you see, nothing going on at the Merced Fruit Barn today. A lot of big lumber in front of this place. What kind of trees are these, Eric? I don't know. I'm going to guess randomly almond, but I really don't know what kind of trees they are. They grow some kind of food. Obviously, farmer's not just putting all these trees in because he likes the way they look. I mean, it could be the case, but it seems very unlikely to me. Alright, so let me ask the phone directions. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're back and better than ever. I've got the stream going, but I also have right there, you can see the Google Maps telling me where to go. We're just passing Moomjean Avenue. That's Moomjean, Moomjean. It's a strange name for an avenue, right? Moomjean. So I'm about 10 minutes away from the bank. I'll leave you guys in the car while I go into the bank. I think rather than just turn off the stream. Obviously, I can't take you filming into the bank. They're not kind of like that. So just leave you in the car, and maybe I'll put you down in a little more hidden spot, you know, so that you don't get stolen. didn't really think this all through before starting the stream. I thought it through a little bit. I did think about how I'd have a little bit. I'd already made a video to upload, which I'll upload again. Oh God, where am I going to eat lunch though? Because I'm so starving. Oh my God, you know what else we need to do? I need to go to the supermarket. We desperately need everything from the supermarket. But I'm not going to go to the supermarket down here. I mean, I could. But it's kind of like the Home Depot. Do I really want to drive all the way back home with a bunch of bags of dirt weighing down the car? I noticed the difference when I had 8 bags of dirt in the car yesterday. I could go for, another 8 bags of dirt. They're cheap. The deer manure is like $3 a bag. I'm heading forward.
In a quarter mile, slight right onto East 17th Street, East Main Street.
Gotcha, lady. So in case you didn't hear, in a quarter mile, I gotta make a slight right onto East Mia.
Slight right onto East 17th Street, East Main Street.
Okay. I got you. Go that way, you mean? Fine. I will go that way. Don't forget the cotton buds. I don't know what those are. No, Zizek is, in his own way, not philosophy either. It's just a bunch of reification garbage, super dense bullshit that takes a while to untangle why it's bullshit. He's a wicked man, Zizek. Using his powers for evil.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto G Street.
Because he doesn't have the excuse that, like, say, Foucault has. Foucault's an ENFP. He's not equipped to do philosophy. And accordingly, does a terrible job. But I think Zizek could do a good job, except she's just too busy being...
At the light, turn right onto G Street, then turn left onto West 18th Street.
Amoral at best, immoral at worst. As somebody who believes in righteousness...
At the light, turn left onto West 18th Street.
As someone who believes in righteousness, justice, truth, etc., I don't take kindly to bullshitters who use their ability to be correct to be wrong and be dissembling about it.
Continue on West 18th Street for half a mile.
Dissemblers can suck it. I will have no party to their evil ways. It's like explanations should actually explain things, not represent some kind of political agenda. He's just pitching word salad to idiot undergraduates. Well, I don't know what I can do to fix the world, I can only fix it so much. And people don't like to have their wrongness corrected. So my primary means of improving the world is a very limited effectiveness. Oh, my pits stink, like stank. Fortunately, I have some deodorant here in the car, which I will put on now. I don't wear a lot of deodorant home. Rachel doesn't seem to complain.
In 600 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Particularly notice my stank that much. But if I was this, even at home, I'd put on deodorant. I'm this stinky. I'm very stinky right now. Now, where is this thing? Where is this place? Ahead, on the right, you say. All right then. Oh, I see it. It's right there. Finally, now I understand.
Your destination is on the right.
Thanks, Google Maps. You did a great job. Okay, so you guys have to stay here. But I'll just put you there. That's fine. I don't plan on being in there a super long time. Hopefully nobody steals my phone. I'll lock the doors and everything. You guys, whoa, Eric. You know what would be a good idea? Maybe you put on the emergency brake. All right, I'll be back. Oh, okay. Now let's go eat because I'm starving. I'm starving beyond all measure. So I want to go to Five Guys. Workers are on strike. Well, then I guess they won't get paid. Okay, I got directions to Five Guys. Because I want to go to Five Guys. It's not that I like it better than In-N-Out per se. It's that In-N-Out's so crowded and Five Guys is so not crowded. So I just think, might as well just go to Five Guys, you know. And maybe it's, you know, it's like, what's different between Five Guys? I'm sorry. Five Guys and In-N-Out, really, wow. In-N-Out puts Thousand Island dressing on it. But you know, the truth is, let's see where I'm going here.
Take the next left onto West 19th Street, then turn right onto M Street, Veterans Boulevard.
I'll be fuller if I go to Five Guys. I just will. I'll be fuller.
At the light, turn right onto M Street, Veterans Boulevard.
Now, granted, In-N-Out's fries are better. You can't beat In-N-Out's fries. I mean, they're the best fries in the world, really. In-N-Out has the absolute best fries.
Continue on M Street for 2 miles.
And the burgers are pretty bomb too, but you know, Five Guys' burgers are pretty bomb too. Five Guys is considerably more expensive. In-N-Out's cheap. In-N-Out's crazy cheap. In-N-Out's like the best deal you can get for food, really, but that's why it's always so crowded there. That's the downside. You're never gonna not wait in line at In-N-Out. Even though it's 3 in the afternoon. Well, I'm not gonna wait in line at Five Guys, I bet. But there's not gonna be anybody at Five Guys. Hi, Jeremiah Fix. Hi, Josie. No, I'm not Osama bin Laden. He's dead, if you haven't heard. Anyone name the Five Guys? Not Five Guys Pizza, just Five Guys. What food does Five Guys sell? It's hamburgers and fries. It's hamburgers and fries. They have a lot of different toppings you can put on your burgers. But I just get it like with the regular stuff, you know. Like, who wants to get mushrooms put on their burger? Nobody. No sane person wants mushrooms on their burger. But you could get it at Five Guys if you wanted it. If you did want it, you shouldn't be eating food. just stop eating food completely, because anybody who wants mushrooms on a hamburger has got terrible food taste. There's no more food for you if you want to put mushrooms on your hamburger. No. Just don't put mushrooms on anything. Like, mushrooms are food that if you're starving in the forest, you have to eat. Not like something you purposefully eat. They're fungus. It's fine if they get you high, but if they're regular mushrooms, like, no, obviously don't eat those. It just seems very, very clear cut to anybody who's paying any attention to the world, the universe, yourself, anything. You don't eat mushrooms. Okay, I gotta go straight here, huh? Very well. I will go straight. There's a Jack in the Box, but I'm not going to go there. Canned mushrooms are disgusting. I think pretty much every mushroom is disgusting. I will concede that psilocybin mushrooms are more disgusting than normal mushrooms. But they're on the same spectrum of general disgustingness. Waifu on board. What a dork. There actually is a woman in the car with him. There's a couple people in the car with him, so. But there's no way this guy has an actual girlfriend if he's got a sticker that says waifu on board. For those who don't know what a waifu is, it's a Japanese anime character that you declare to be your wife. Somehow, I don't know. Japanese people are weird. Like, you pick whatever your favorite drawing is of some, fan service, big-titted elf lady from an isekai, and you say, that's my wife. Why is Five Guys so far away? I'm not going to get there till 3:08. It's like a mail order bride that you don't actually have to pay anything for nor get an actual bride. You just get to pretend you're married to a cartoon lady. I want there to be an anime all about...
In a quarter mile, turn right onto West Yosemite Avenue.
All about Truck-kun. Truck-kun is this presumed character who's driving all the trucks that hits all the people who get isekai'd. Usually, if, for example, let's say you're walking down the street and you see that a child is about to get hit by a truck, and you jump into the street.
At the light, turn right onto West Yosemite Avenue.
You push the child out of the way of the truck, saving the child's life, but in the process, you put yourself in front of the truck and you get run over. Well, that's how you end up in an isekai. And then, you're reborn in a new world with awesome magical powers and a whole harem's worth of big-titted elves who all want to devote their lives to you.
Continue on West Yosemite Avenue for half a mile.
Usually it's not. There's the harem's worth of people are a diverse group. You'll have one big-titted elf, you'll have one lolly, you'll have a variety of them. They'll all want the main isekai guy, but he's just kind of like paternal and usually doesn't end up sleeping with any of them. And at least one isekai I can remember, he did end up having sex with other women, but not within his own harem. So I guess the idea is the ultimate Japanese protagonist male is more of a father figure than a sex symbol. There's Merced College. If you'd like to change the world, go there, according to their sign anyway. Made in Merced built for the world. Good for you, College of Merced. Good for you. Ooh, there's the Habit. You know what? Fuck Five Guys. I'm going to the Habit. I'm going to the Habit. How do I get in there? Ooh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. We're going to the Habit, everybody. We're pulling an audible. I'm pulling an audible and we're going to the Habit. The Habit's another place like Five Guys or In and Out, kind of. Except it's a lot more like Five Guys than In and Out, the Habit is. Like Five Guys, the Habit, you pretty much have to go inside. They're not, you can't, some of them have a drive-through, but it's just not a drive-through place. Same with Five Guys. Whereas In and Out is a drive-through place. But the line of the drive-through is so long, you might as well just walk in usually. So, back when we lived in LA, I knew the secret special, super awesome In and Out. Which was like the one In and Out anywhere in Los Angeles that had short lines consistently. It was down on Live Oak, I think. No, what was that? Lower is this? Near the Home Depot. That was the In and Out to go to. But the In and Out in Merced is just fucking nutball stew. Rachel and I have gone there on a few occasions. It doesn't matter what time we go there. The line is 2 full lines all the way out the very long line section they have into the street. So obviously they need to make more In and Outs so that the line isn't so long. But I understand why they're trying to say, like, well, let's not oversaturate the market. Let's make sure all of our stores are performing to this extremely high level of popularity that they currently are. Yeah,
In 600 feet, turn right.
In-N-Out's privately owned.
Make a U-turn, then turn left onto East Yosemite Avenue.
I told you.
Make a U-turn, then turn left onto East Yosemite Avenue.
You dumb. Alright. It didn't get the message that I changed my mind and was going to the Habit now. It's like, oh no, that's not where I told you to go, Eric. Just shut up, phone. I know what I'm doing. Alright, I'm a professional adult man. I know when I'm going to the Habit, and your complaints aren't going to help at all. You're not going to talk me out of it, phone lady. I don't know about all the rest of you, but I'm sick and tired of phone lady trying to boss me around. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's go eat. Phone lady's pretty uppity these days. She thinks because she gets to give me directions to some places that she can tell me where to go. But you know who ain't having that? Me. I ain't having that, phone lady. Okay. Hi, the deal for real, the deal for real. Alright. Alright, I'll be right back. You stay here. Well, I guess I'll have to wait to get my cup in a second because they're busy. They have a drive-thru at this habit, of course. After I was saying how they don't have drive-thrus usually. Well, this one is a drive-thru. So they're dealing with the drive-thru. Yeah, I worried about the copyright as well. Yeah, the song is horrible. I agree. Hopefully the stream doesn't get. Yeah, it seems like YouTube should be smart enough to know, like, okay, this is clearly background music. He's not trying to. Not that they really care, I guess, ultimately. But I don't know. When I got up to the thing to order, I had forgotten I was at the habit. I was like, wait, where's the Five Guys menu? Well, the reason I'm not seeing the Five Guys menu is because I didn't go to Five Guys. I went to the Habit. So this car wash over there called Mr. Car Wash is really proud of the fact that you get free vacuums. Free vacuums. So big letters right there. This song is also horrible, by the way. In case you thought that the last song was just a fluke. But no, I suspect all the songs will be horrible. I guess. Yeah, this is like just fucking pointless core is what I call this kind of music. Just bland, pointless blandness. It's offensively unpurposeful, right? It doesn't even attempt to do anything. Just terrible. Mr. Carhammer. No, it's Mister. Okay, let me show you. Alright, so look there, see? Mr. Free vacuums. There's my car right there. But it's kind of a lie because what they really offer is free vacuuming. You can use their vacuums for free, but you don't get to take them with you. Oh God, this music is terrible. Oh my God. Huh? Yeah, I did. I'm gonna get it for you. Thank you. This song is nothing that I want and nothing that I need. What inspires somebody to make such terribly pointless music? I worked so hard struggling to make anything that meets my own standards of goodness. And these people, they make this incredible garbage and are apparently completely oblivious to the fact that it's horrible. What are you eating, bro? I'm eating the Habit. Hello, how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, BDJs. Nice to see you again. Oh, it's so terrible. If I worked at the Habit, I would disconnect the speaker. It's awful. Yeah, it's just... But the thing is, I would much rather be me. It's just something that goes, here's everything you want, here's everything you need. It's just something terrible, like, I don't know, for some reason the name Matchbox 20 screams out to me. So just something completely pointless, right? I would much rather live my entire life in obscurity and be successful for something so horrible. Like, just at some point in his life, somebody told him, keep at this. You're good at this or something. And that person was lying, or just as wrong as the people that made this music. Is this even a different song? It is a different song. It's a new song. It's just as terrible, maybe even more terrible than the last one. It's just so pointless, That's the best word for it by far. It's absolutely pointless. You haven't had Habit in a while? Habit's good. I mean, it might be. Who can tell what this is, right? It's like some horrible blandness. How did it, like, there's not just one person in this band, right? There's like probably 4 people in this band. And all 4 of these people not only started working together, but continued working together all the way until they had this album produced. It's mind-boggling. Like, I get being willing to fail. That I totally understand. But it's very clear these people have no idea how horrible their music is. You've been to a few truck stops look just like this. This is a Habit. This is a restaurant. And, nom, 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 nom. Like, what is it even attempting to do? It doesn't have any concept of what it's attempting to be, or why it's attempting to be, or whether anybody should be subjected to the torture of listening to it. This is the tyranny of TE, right? TE people thinking they can make art with their TESI end up making garbage like this. That is a real tyranny of TE. Even worse than treating people like cogs is that they then go ahead and determine that they're qualified to make art. Cogs. Does anybody really know what a cog is, besides the fact that it's part of some machine? I don't think anybody's ever really looked up the definition of cog. What's that, a lot lizard? A lot lizard. Oh, do you mean like a lady who prostitutes herself at a truck stop? Oh God, happy hour playlist on Spotify. Oh jeez. Links not to click. Categorize this under links not to click. Fortunately for them, now I'm in Merced. I came down here. The reason I came here really is because I want to get the drinks that they have at the weed store down here. Otherwise, I could have gone to Oakhurst to the bank there. I should have gone to Wells Fargo. But because I wanted to get weed drinks, I came to one of Merced. Thank you. All right, here's my food. Look at this. Delicious. But I'm gonna need to get some ketchup for my fries. And to have it, they have these little cups to fill up with ketchup, which is nice because it dips nicely, you see. You know, the average fries are fine, but they're no In-N-Out fries. Their burger is delicious though. One of my favorite ever Facebook posts from a habit. I just got back from China. And I was so done with China. Just like, get me the fuck out of this nightmare. Like the day I came home, Delilah and I, may have been even like on the way home, I don't know. Probably after I got home and dropped myself off or something, but it was a habit. It was just like, oh my God, I miss America so much. And then I put a Facebook post up that said, having lunch with my favorite person, and Delilah was there too. Which is a great joke. Cow and potatoes are a wonderful combo. They are indeed. Sanford and Son, huh? This is a pretty good song. It's one of the Police's best songs. And even though there's a lot to dislike about Sting, artistically, the Police are pretty good. Okay. We're done. So the real question is this. am I going to go to the supermarket before I go home? I'm definitely going to the weed store now. And then I'm definitely not going to the Home Depot now. Okay. That was all business. I was starving, man. I didn't eat anything before I left the house today, which was dumb, but I managed to eat before I got super, super hungry. Okay. Whew. Next stop, Cookies Dispensary. I'm gonna have to get directions, so I'll be disconnected for about a minute or 30 seconds or whatever. Hi, Big Papa. No. Okay, we're back. I've got my wallet. I got cash out at the bank. Got my keys. My phone's right there. Where are my cigarettes? Right here. We're good to go. Big Papa. I don't remember you. I'll just go ahead and admit that. I don't remember you. Did you go by some other name? Or, I don't know. You're not the only person I don't remember. So don't feel bad about it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember Silent. I do. I don't remember much about him, but I remember the name because it's unusually spelled. Where am I going? This way? Yes. I think so. Oh, now I have to go left?
Turn left onto G Street, then turn right onto West Yosemite Avenue.
You can't turn left there. I'm gonna turn around.
Make a U-turn.
I'm going to, phone lady. Just chill out.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Community College Drive.
I'm going this way. I'm making the U-turn. Some bitch. Tell me to make a U-turn and then you're like, no, I changed my mind. God. There's some specials and some flash special deals. Huh. BOGO $1, California local $3.25. Keep that in mind. I'm mostly going for drinks there, but we will get a little bit of flour too. I'm not gonna try to get a super good deal on flour. I'm just gonna get like an eighth of it of German poison. We have a fair amount of weed left from last time I went to the dispensary. We got an ounce of Smalls for a good price, and I only smoked a little bit more than a half ounce of it yet. And it lasts too, that weed. Of course, one thing that dispensary weed has going for it is it's super ultra manicured. Like in California, apparently it's not really like this in other states, but in California, if the weed's not manicured down to the absolute fucking nub, then nobody will buy it. There was Five Guys, by the way. I was so close to Five Guys, but...
In 1,000 feet, make a U-turn at Mansionette Drive.
Make a U-turn? Why? You just told me to go this way. Now I'm supposed to make a U-turn here. Okay.
Make a U-turn at Mansionette Drive.
Phone lady, you better watch yourself. You were really pushing your luck, phone lady. There's St. Patrick's Catholic Church. I bet it was a hopping spot on St. Patrick's Day. But your guess is as good as mine as to why I'm making a U-turn here. I just followed its instructions, and then now all of a sudden I'm making a U-turn.
Continue on East Yosemite Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
Then make another U-turn. I guess I could go after the dispensary. I could, in theory, go hammer out the grocery store and probably not and the dirt in Merced. I mean, in Mariposa. We'll see how I feel. Well, there's Merced College again. Pass in Merced College. You can look at it right over there.
In 1,000 feet, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto M Street, Veterans Boulevard.
You can see there's a lot of like park kind of area here. It's grass. Not sure what they use that for. Just, I guess, just to be a field.
At the light, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto M Street, Veterans Boulevard.
I think Merced College is known as one of the most picnickiest of all the colleges, and students picnic on that big grass right there. That's why their motto is the Picnic College. How about a picnic lunch? It's one of the most commonly stated sentences at Merced College. I really enjoy John Boy Media. Does anybody else here watch John Boy Media? He does an excellent, excellent job. I highly recommend him as a YouTube to watch. If you like sports stuff. If you don't like sports stuff, then
Continue on M Street for 2 miles.
don't bother, because it's all sports stuff. But like, he represents so much the glory of YouTube, right? You know, he's somebody who's just like taking footage from baseball games and stuff, and he does like lip reading breakdowns where he lip reads the umpires arguing with the managers and stuff. It's fun. Makes nice short videos too, like under 10 minutes long. He's a big Yankees fan. I've watched more than one time, at least like 3 times probably now. Maybe even 4 times or something. I watched his breakdown of the Yankees collapse in the 5th inning of the World Series where they gave up 500 runs. It's quite amusing. I felt bad because I was watching it this morning and Rachel came out. You know, Rachel's a Yankees fan, and I'm not trying to rub in her defeat. I don't know, I just found that whole thing hilarious. Garrett Cole pointing. You go over there. And he's an excellent researcher too. Like, he'll say, I scoured, for example, the plays just like this and how it went in previous instances, and this is what I found. What's up to this is Robert Hirschberger. I see that. Yeah, you are Robert Hirschberger. I'm Eric Strauss. Welcome to Talking to Fans People. And what is up is I'm running errands in Merced right now. I've gone to the bank, I went and got lunch, and next up is going to the dispensary to get some weed drinks and a little bit of weed, maybe even, who knows. I could conceivably get a little bit of concentrate. I almost never do, but it might be a fun change of pace to get a little concentrate. How's work going? I'm not working, I'm just running errands. And the errand running is going fine. I mean, it's kind of fun to live stream my errand running, because normally when I'm up where I live, I can't really live stream as I drive around because I don't have enough bars or whatever, because we live up in the mountains. But I had to come down to Merced, so figured might as well live stream while I'm driving around, which is not something historically I've done a whole lot of, interestingly. Back when I was living in Los Angeles, I live streamed, it seems like exclusively from my laptop. I never even used my phone to live stream. But then, when I got up to Mariposa, I'm not exactly sure why, but I started using my phone to live stream, and now I always use my phone to live stream, and I never use the laptop, because your phone can go different places with you with the tripod, whereas the laptop, it can, but it's more of a hassle to move it around. My laptop doesn't have very good battery life. So, you know, etc., etc. Okay. How much further do I have to go to get to the dispensary? Let's find out. 17th Street. That's 25th. So I guess I got 8 more numbers to go until I turn right. This is 23rd. And I'm going to 17th. Bluebell Vista Apartments. If you live in the Bluebell Vista Apartments, you live kitty corner from the police station, so I guess you don't really have to worry about crime very much. And on our right, you will see the Superior Court County of Merced. So, you know, hopefully if you find yourself there, it's as a witness rather than as a defendant. Here we have Merced County Veterans Memorial Park. And we're passing 20th Street on our way towards the aforementioned 17th Street. A couple of people walking by who don't like sleeves.
In 800 feet, turn right onto West 17th Street, West Main Street.
I will, phone lady, I will. On your right here, we're going to see a skateboarder.
At the light, turn right onto West 17th Street, West Main Street.
And here's the El Capitan Hotel. Can't really see the sign. It's kind of got a cool old-fashioned sign. Is this it? Turn right here? Yes. Okay.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the right.
See the Tioga Hotel's over there. The Mainzer, which is Garth Brooks, is playing there on April 5th, apparently. I'm not that into Garth Brooks, but there is one Garth Brooks song that I think has great lyrics. I heard it at the dentist office. Is that,
Your destination is on the right.
Daddy loved Mama, Mama loved men. So, Mama's in the ground and Daddy's in the pen. Something like that. Pretty good lyrics. Alright, well, you're not going to be able to come inside with me. Because, like the bank, the weed store is not going to want that to happen. I mean, I could just put you in my pocket, but then you just see darkness. Well, that's fine. I'll just put you in my pocket. I don't want my phone to get stolen. There's some people parked up here who look a little bit questionable. Okay, well, I'll just put you in my other pocket. That's fine. Let's go. The second one sounds pretty close. I have this drive that is hard to describe. A yearning for something, not sure what something means, but yearning for something. Driving me towards grandiosity, drug use, and general emotional instability. This means you're impatient with the natural pace of life. I understand that. I feel the same way. Alright, let's go into the store, but you guys gotta go in my pocket. Yeah, I want to get like 24 of them. Right now we only have the peach and the lemonade. Is that fine? Yeah, there you go, 12 each. think the
I have a lot of the lemonade.
okay, so if you get 9 of those and then the rest of the lemonade, which is 15? 15 lemonade?
Oh, there's 10 of them.
Okay. So you have 14 of them.
We're going to put a copy of the last one.
That's fine.
So we'll do one more.
All right, that's good. Okay, and then I want to get some kind of concentrate, like some kind of concentrate here.
I'm sure you want to get these two up with it.
Fine. I wasn't strong. Not too much coffee. I was like, the wrong version? Okay. Okay, that's
My brother, they're only like 32.
okay, so we'll get that. And then do you have any ribbons going as well?
The first one, right?
Okay. Let me get you this. This jack, is it like, is it like a red jack or is it a regular jack? I just say.
Comes out to 262 to 59. I don't agree. And then this one here, 9 the peach, and then 15 of the lemonade, and then we got the raw bread and raw jam, and then the open duck. $37 and $41. And then let me get you more of that. Now we do receiving there.
Alright. Have a good day. Well, I guess I must have turned off the stream at some point in my pocket. But I got all the things I need to get in there for not too much money, really. So, that's good. Okay, well, let's go. It's like, how much more errands do I have in me? Not really very much more errands, I don't think. Okay. Directions home. I know how to get home, I think, actually. I need to go back to Yosemite Parkway. Well, I just ask the phone, I guess. Alright, I'll ask the phone. Okay. I'm 1 hour and 9 minutes away from my home, according to the phone.
At the light, turn left onto West 16th Street.
Alright, I will. Phone lady. A new threat emerges. Phone lady. That's how AI will ultimately get us. I'll have phone lady give us bad directions until we all get frustrated and run out of gas. Yes, these are my sexy sunglasses. I only wear them when I'm in the car, because otherwise I might just be attacked by women everywhere I go, you know. Oh my God, those sunglasses are so sexy.
Continue on West 16th Street for 1 mile.
That's what they'd say, of course. They're probably saying it right now, you're just not hearing them. There's... No, it's not. Never mind. Move failure. Good, I got it. Okay. Martin Luther King Jr. Way. We're not going on that street, don't worry. We're gonna just keep going down here, and we're gonna go left, head back up into the mountains, away from all this traffic and city. Not that it's bothering me much today. I'm in a pretty good mood, you know. I think my default state of being is in a good mood. But I'm getting used to that being my default state of being again, I guess, to a certain extent. KAMB 101.5 FM. I believe it's a Mexican evangelical station.
In a 1/4 mile, turn left onto Yosemite Parkway.
You can tune into that station and get your soul saved in Spanish. Alright.
Take the next left onto Yosemite Parkway.
Fortunately, I did not come the freeway down here because the huge line of cars at the stop sign coming off of the freeway here, I don't have to wait.
Continue for 36 miles.
See that line of cars there? Not my problem. Not today, line of cars. So... I guess I just have to wait till I get up to Mariposa and figure out if I have it in me to go to the supermarket or not. Rachel and I may just have to wait till tomorrow to go to the supermarket. Or I don't know. It's like, if there's anything, there's 3 possibilities, really. 1, I skip the supermarket and just go straight home. 2, I go to the supermarket and get a few things, but don't do a full trip. But I'm not really thinking of anything that we desperately need other than everything, you know. So it's like we have coffee creamer, we at least drink coffee. Oh, I know what we need badly. We need dishwasher pods, because we can't wash the dishes until we get some dishwasher soap. Because, you know, dishwashers use different soap than if you're washing the dishes yourself. But when we first moved in, I didn't get that really, and I put in just some regular dishwashing soap in a little holder thing in the dishwasher, and all these bubbles came out of the dishwasher. So you're not supposed to use that kind of soap. You have to get the little pods. Oh, they're not called pods. That's for laundry detergent, but they're like the pods. It would be worthwhile to go get that at least, because then we could run the dishwasher. I guess if I do go by the grocery store in Mariposa, first of all, I'll have to end this stream in about 15 or 20 minutes. As I get up closer to the hills, we're going to lose connectivity. So, I mean, sometimes it'll last for a while, sometimes it'll cut out, whatever. But I'm just going to end it. And then I think I'll probably call Rachel. If I go by the store in Mariposa, I'll call her, and then she can tell me what else we desperately need besides dishwashing pods, whatever you call them. We're headed that way towards the mountain, the snow-capped mountains. We have some snow-capped mountains right now. When I'm in Mariposa County, I never throw my cigarette butts out the window because I don't want to litter my home county. But when I'm down here in Merced County, well, I'm a little bit less like comprehensive about not doing that, or certain about not doing that. Because, you know, whatever. It's kind of trashy anyway, I guess is the point. Maybe I'm just being wicked and immoral and prioritizing my own subjective interests over the equivalent subjective interests of others. Fair point. Fair point. Well then, Eric, why don't you stop doing that? Well, usually I don't. I just felt like being a bit of a rebel today, I guess. Not saying that I did it right then, but if I had. Because you don't really want to leave a public record of confessing to a crime, even if that crime is littering. So, just leave it up to your imagination whether I put that cigarette butt out the window or not. Put it this way, if I did put it out the window, now I'm feeling guilty about it. Almost. Hypothetically. Well, we did it, everybody. We made it down to Merced. We went to the bank. We got weed. Whole 9 yards. We did it. We worked together as a team. We cooperated. And we made the dream work. Because that's what teamwork does. And that's why we have 24 weed drinks. I got a little thing of concentrate, and I got an eighth of weed. I wanted to get Durban poison, they didn't have it. So I got this thing called the Jack, which I'm assuming is like a bred up Jack Herrera, like Super Jack kind of. It could be heirloom, like this is the original Jack strain, but I hope not, because I grew a bunch of that this past year. Regardless, I'll get to see if this like high-end Jack is better than my own Jack. The Jack smoked really good, so I'm not complaining about the Jack that we grew, but you know, it was pretty fluffy because it's outdoor and also not super well manicured like the stuff you buy at the store. So we'll see how that smokes. I'll pull a bong rip of it by itself first, then I'll pull a bong rip of it with the concentrate on top. Let's see how that works. I also plan to down a couple of these drinks. See if I can get good and faded for the evening. You know what's coming on tonight, right? It's a big deal. 7 p.m. The women of Troy will be taking the course tonight at 7 p.m. in pursuit of USC's first national championship since the mid-'80s in women's basketball, or men's too, but the men's team is not good anyway. It didn't even make the tournament. So, but the women's team, we've got one of the best women's teams in the whole country. That's why we're in a number 1 seed. Juju Watkins is just amazing. She's the best. She's the best college women's basketball player in the country. And our team is so young too. She's a sophomore. At the end, in the last game we were playing, the first round of the tournament, towards the end of the game, the coach, Lindsay Gottlieb, had 4 freshmen on the floor and 1 senior graduate student or whatever. So, you know, this team's going to be good for the next couple of years, too, because Juju Watkins has no reason to leave school early. She's got a massive NIL deal. She's all over the TV commercials. She's got huge building murals in Los Angeles and downtown. She's like today's Otani. The old Otani murals were removed and put up Juju Watkins instead. So, it's a pretty exciting time to be a USC fan. And I've had, since around the beginning of this season, I've had as my background picture on my laptop a picture of 4 of the starters: Von Oelhoffen, Marshall, Juju, and who else is in that picture? Oh, right, Kiki Arifin. Kiki Arifin, she's in her final year of eligibility. She played all of her undergraduate eligibility pretty much at Stanford, and then entered the transfer portal. Interestingly, Lauren Betts also started off at Stanford. She's UCLA's player of the year candidate. UCLA and USC are both super good in women's basketball. Juju Watkins and Lauren Betts are 2 front runners for player of the year. Lauren Betts is a center, 6'8", I think she is, 6'7", something like that, and she plays for UCLA. She's really good. She's a really skilled center. You know, she has a lot more going for her than just her height. And anyway, the point is, the football team, the USC football team, has just pissed me off at this point. It's like, okay, you guys. And keep in mind, though, there's a silver lining here. Apparently, we currently have the number 1 recruiting class in the country. So at least on that metric, Lincoln Riley's doing a good job. We've pulled in the players that we need to pull in, you know. But the last 2 seasons of football have been just pitiful, disgusting, just like a kick in the nuts every Saturday. This past season was just ridiculous. We were leading in the fourth quarter in every single game except for one game this season. We lost half of them. Although we did beat Texas A&M in the bowl game, which was a nice little positive upswing at the end of the season. A talented Texas A&M team, an SEC team, you know. And I don't really watch college baseball at all. I only watch professional baseball. So, but my number one team is USC. So, usually that means football, occasionally men's basketball, but right now it only means one thing: women's basketball, because that's a USC team. Right? That's a real national championship contender. USC joins the Big Ten, and then the football team loses to all these Big Ten teams. Are you serious? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Whereas it happened appropriately in women's basketball. USC and UCLA joined the Big Ten and immediately dominate the league. That's how it should be. I mean, not UCLA necessarily. They're fine. I don't dislike UCLA. You know, they're a local team for my LA heritage. But I'm not a fan of them, independent of the fact that they're LA team. I like the fact, though, that the Pac-12's dominance in women's basketball, which was complete except for UConn and Tennessee, basically, until South Carolina emerged, has persisted into our time in the Big Ten. Good for us, bad for them. I'm going 65. That guy just passed me like I was standing still. Listen, Mr. White Truck. There ain't no reason to be in that much of a hurry on these little roads. Just chill out. You look like you could use one of my drinks here that I have in the car. Make you calm down a little bit. What a beautiful day. Yes, it is. Here we have the scenery of with grasses and cows. I guess I'm just gonna have to wait till I get home to smoke any weed. I didn't bring a pipe or anything. I do have some roaches. We've got a whole thing full of roaches down here in the middle. It's just packed chock full of roaches. I could show you, but it seems like too much of a hassle. Anyway, those roaches are all old and gross, and I'm just gonna save my head until I get home. I'm gonna keep my head fresh and ready to be impacted by the bong rips when I get home. I can already tell you, I'm not going to the store right now. I'm just going home because I want to pull bong rips, and I don't really feel that much like going to the store. It's only 4 o'clock though. I could. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know what I should do. You don't say. Turn this off. I no longer need your directions. There. Passing Cunningham Road. And currently, you know, you can't go to Yosemite on Highway 40 because of a rock slide. The road's closed. In case any of you were planning to go to Yosemite anytime soon. But that doesn't interfere with me getting to my house. little black and white and brown spots are cows. You see the cows? We make delicious hamburgers out of them. Here they are, all hanging out together by the road. They seem to hang out in groups. I think cows are kind of cliquey, you know. If you're not one of the popular cows, you're not going to be included in their activities. Alright, well, I'm coming up on Mariposa County. I'm going to end the stream now. Maybe listen to some music on the way home. I might stream again later. We'll see. Until then, thank you so much for being here. I love you all very much, and see you soon.